गुड न्यूज टुडे, नई उम्मीद जगाने वाला हिंदी न्यूज चैनल।
Apologies about that interruption right there, but there's a big breaking story coming in. Taliban have rejected the NRF chief's proposal for ceasefire. The offer was made by National Resistance Front leader Ahmad Massoud on Sunday, hours after a call from top religious scholars. That's the latest coming in at the moment. Taliban has gone ahead and rejected this proposal of ceasefire. What does this really mean for the National Resistance Forces who are fighting the Taliban at this point of time, who have asked for a ceasefire? Let's get Gaurav Sawant, our senior executive editor, to explain the repercussions of this. Gaurav, the breaking news coming in is on Taliban rejecting the NRF's proposal for the ceasefire as well. And amidst the killings that we have seen, including Fahim Dashti reportedly being killed and many others from the resistance forces during the battle with the Taliban, what does this mean?
This technically means that the Taliban are now moving in finally for the kill and for complete capture of Panjshir. There is no way that the Taliban want negotiations at this stage because, as was rightly being pointed out by Geeta, they've smelled blood, they've smelled victory, and they're going the entire way. There are very conflicting reports at this point of time as to where some of these resistance commanders are. But Taliban claims, including Fahim Dashti, there are reports that most of them were killed in action, they were killed in battle. It's not known where is Ahmad Massoud or where is Amrullah Saleh. Were they able to escape to safety? Are they still somewhere in Panjshir? Is not known, but most commanders have lost their lives, and Taliban are flying their flag in almost entire Panjshir, especially at the headquarters of various buildings. So this is an indication that Taliban went in for the kill. They've succeeded, at least according to information that is filtering out, and there is no scope for negotiation at this stage. Till late night yesterday, Ahmad Massoud had put out that Facebook post saying scholars want a dialogue and they're ready for dialogue in case Taliban
I'm sorry about this interruption, but there's a breaking news coming in and I need you on that as well. So please hold on with us. Breaking news is about Amrullah Saleh's close aide telling India Today that the claims made by Taliban are false. The resistance forces, according to him, are up on the mountains and defending themselves. Taliban aided by Pakistani choppers for operation against us is what they are telling us at the moment. This is Amrullah Saleh's close aide to India Today. Gaurav, you were just mentioning we do not know where Amrullah Saleh is. The top commanders seem to have been reportedly killed, including Fahim Dashti as well. We just reported the story on how the Taliban even rejected the NRF's proposal for a ceasefire. In the midst of this, the news coming in is that the close aide of Amrullah Saleh says that the claims that are being made by Taliban are false. So which one can one believe, or is it a wait and watch for now, or just a matter of time?
It's wait and watch in the fog of war. There will be clarity soon, but the fact remains that as Amrullah Saleh's aide is telling India Today that Taliban are using air power, and more than Taliban, it is Taliban's backers who are providing that air power to Taliban, and which has caused maximum damage to the resistance fighters because their strongholds were targeted not just from multiple flanks but also from air. And over the years, their anti-aircraft air power, it just appears that it did not work against the sophisticated weaponry, including unmanned combat aerial vehicles that were used, provided by Pakistan, and attack helicopters that were provided by Pakistan. According to the resistance fighters, that it was the air power that made all the difference this time. Point one. Point two, Amrullah Saleh may be holding up in the mountains, but most of Panjshir, according to the Taliban, has fallen to the Taliban fighters, and that is why they are no longer keen on negotiations. They want to sort this out, or they want to end this at right now or in the days ahead, Chetty.
And before I go to Sai Kiran Karan, who's also joining us, Gaurav, one last question to you is about how Pakistan is aiding the Taliban in the capture of Panjshir too.
Chetty, Pakistan's Director General of Inter-Services Intelligence, DG ISI, has been camping in Kabul. Several resistance fighters have argued that apart from him, there are several officers of Pakistan's SSG, fighting soldiers of Pakistan Army, military commanders who are on ground, not just guiding this Taliban, but also fighting alongside, providing intelligence inputs, giving satellite imagery, providing air power. All of that indicates that the Panjshir resistance was fighting more than just the Taliban. They were fighting a professional Pakistani army in this area. There are reports that indicate that they had sought, the resistance sought American help, Western help. They sought a lot of help. But when that did not come, they realized that they were on their own. Amidst this, the American media, Chaiti, has been reporting, and several American networks are reporting that in Mazar-e-Sharif, you have several Americans who are, in a way, not being permitted to fly out by the Taliban. Did this tie America's hands? Is that also one of the major reasons that there are 6 aircraft, civilian aircraft parked at Mazar-e-Sharif, not being permitted to take off? And there are Americans, apart from Americans, there are Afghans who the Americans want to fly out, and Taliban want something in return, something much more in return. So negotiations are on for several days, according to American media reports.
All right, so that's the latest coming in at the moment.